Hmm. Still is. That's fine. So yeah, um, I just put a video on the community post. Canadian Prepper, highly encourage you to see it because of the ridiculousness of the explanation of the drones. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about this, but I really agree that this is an insult to our intelligence and actually kind of further proves that the current administration is going to be just a bunch of carrot danglers, the same way anyone else is. The drones being for research purposes approved by the FAA. I don't believe that. If you do, that's fine, but it's kind of weird. But yeah, anyway, really strange dream. I was what was clearly not our planet. Um, I knew this right away. I knew this immediately. And I kind of saw like an overall energetic picture of this entire planet. And what I was seeing was that something beneath the ground was coming from inside. And I don't know if parasiting is the right word, but it was dying and decaying from the inside. And what's on the inside was coming to the surface and turning this green lush surface into a desert. Now, I was able to see that there are certain patches and regions that remain that were this green lush. I remember this very tall grass and these very odd looking trees. And these were like little oases in this massive desert. Okay. And so I felt like I was part of a group of like scientists. And this entire thing kind of felt pretty sad the whole time. And so we were in one of these oasis areas that was still living, and we were doing some kind of research. I don't know, maybe trying to prevent the continuation of this. And it was like a camp. It kind of looked like a camp. It was like little wooden buildings set about, spread out all over the place. And there was a soul there, another soul. This reminded me of the Las Vegas dream from you guys who saw that from a few months ago. I had a really deep bond with this person in that dream, person I know in other lives, and this was the same thing. It wasn't as deep of a bond though as that dream. It was a different kind of energy. It was an energy of friendship, companionship, but also uh, an energy of like a coworker, but like a beloved coworker. Okay, and she looked really familiar, by the way. Like I really had a clear, good look of her face, and definitely saw her before. And so we were discussing, what's going on, and we drove somewhere on top of another part of this region that still had life. This is where it got weird. We saw tens of thousands upon thousands of cats and dogs. I'm talking countless, and there were two very specific kinds. Now, I don't know about breeds or anything. There was a white cat. They were all white cats, and they were all little brown dogs. And I don't know what we were doing. It was never explained to me. Like, I hope to God they weren't being used as food or something. I didn't get that feeling that they were, but they were playing some kind of role in trying to save this planet, I guess. And so we keep going, and then I look beneath me at my stomach, and I notice this pump, okay, attached to my intestines. and it's like pumping fluid like over and over and over again. And I got this sense in the dream that there's such a lack of resources here that there is like a rejuvenation process going within our own body, some kind of scientific thing that's feeding us, like recycling food to us. It was so weird. But yeah, we went out, and so I started to notice it almost felt like time had passed, and the green grass started to decay, and the desert started to come to the surface. And I remember taking my hand and holding it, and like just like really holding on to this green grass, like holding on to dear life kind of a feeling. And it was just withering away before me and disappearing, and this planet just turning into dust. I mean, it was a dark, depressing dream, guys. But having said that, what's even more depressing is that that dying planet felt more alive to me than where we are now. It felt like I had a higher vibration than here. That says a lot right there. I don't know, maybe our planet is dying too. They've been saying that for a long time, but I don't know. It was a very interesting dream. I'd like to know your thoughts. All right, bye.